Live, Facebook Live. We have arrived. Give me 1 second. Here I go again. No, you ain't gotta get up yet. Let's go, y'all.
Conference muted. Conference recording started.
I want to thank everybody for chiming in. This is Watchman Yahudah Israel, also known as Pastor Derek Mann, on the early what I CT Scripture Study and Prayer Line on this 26th day in February 26th, 2020. Jeff, Charvet, Aretha Jones in two places at one time. Mr. Jeff Brown in the building. Nicole Robson, Al Mal, Lisa, Elder, Barbara McKinney in the building. Stone, Cam, Felicia Rockins. She coming faithful. She in there to win it. Battle in the building. We got Battle in the building. I'll be excited when the people of the Most High chime in for this morning dose of the Word. In fact, with no further delay, let's do it. Why don't we go to 1 Timothy, or 1 Timothy, is that all right? 6. And let's begin at the 8th verse. Let's break this open. We started having a conversation this morning, so might as well pick it up, see what the words say about it. Don Deems, good to see you on. Send my love to Alina. 1 Timothy 6:8. Look what it said. It said, and having food and raiment, let us be therewith content, right? There's something that happened that supersedes this temporary form of a life we have. Temporary. So we understand the real problem and we're not going to shy away from it. And I'm going to tell you why. Because we're in the last and evil days and the enemy is about to go bananas. He already bananas, but he's about to do a lot of harm on earth. And what the people that belong to the Most High need is protection. And to be in the ark of safety, you have to learn how to put things in its proper perspective. Good to see you on, Trenda. But you have to have things in its proper perspective, right? Like, you have to have a certain contentment when it comes to your natural being. See, your natural being used to be number one. Your agenda used to be a carnal agenda. You're switching. The gospel came, and you switched from your carnal agenda to his agenda. So we're starting off in the 8th verse, right? And having food and raiment, let us be there with content. You're not like this worldly person living for the pleasing. Good to see you on, Rhonda. But your natural cravings, we got to be reminded, as it's called today, to get away from your natural cravings to the level that is running your life. Right? And having food and raiment, let us be there with content. I'm fine. He's taking care of me. I'm not starving to death. I got clothes on, right? But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare. They that are rich, you're on a paper chase. And it'll tell on you. Your spirit won't be too cool when you the type of person that's led by money. See, mammon, they called it, right? A Greek god. I ain't gonna go there. But mammon, money, causes behavior, causes a character. It forms a character and behavior, right? But they which are rich fall into temptation and a snare, into the many foolish and hurtful lust. Money gets you what you want. in this world we living in. Yeah, you can touch a lot of stuff. You can do a lot of stuff. You a pervert with money? Oh, the perversion is on and popping. And people will pervert with you because of your money. Yeah. If you sick, if you a dope fiend, you a crackhead, oh man, cardiac arrest. Heart frozen. This. Because you got money, right? Yeah. But they that are rich fall into temptation and snare that cause you to be attached to this world. Want to please your flesh. Try to feed those cravings, right? And they fall into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition, right? Look what it said for a second. For the love of money is the root of all evil. It ain't money, it's the love of it. It's what drives certain people. Yeah. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some covet after, they have erred from the faith. You can't covet money and obey the Most High. You're going to have to give up one. If your motivation is money, I don't care even if you're doing something for the Most High. If you're doing something for the Most High and your agenda switched to money as your motivation, you're going to have some issues. Yeah, you're going to have some issues. You ain't going to be able to give. You ain't going to be able to support. You ain't going to be able to help. You ain't going to be able to work for the Most High because you're going to be too busy working for yourself. Trying to get your God in your pocket. Which while some covet after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Yeah. A whole lot of crap come along with money. A whole lot of devils. Ulterior motives. Slick folks. Folks will kill you, stab you in the back, smile in your face, because their God is money. Their motivation is money. It is not. All of us is fueled by a spirit, a motivation. Every last one of us is fueled by something is motivating us. When we got saved, we switched from being motivated by our evil desires and our lusts to the spirit of the Most High. When money is your motivation, then Yah isn't. And what's driving you is self-satisfaction. It's your flesh. And when you're driven by your flesh, ain't no telling what you'll do. You don't even know what you'll do. You can't even call it. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some covet after, they have erred from the faith, forget Yah, and pierced themselves through with many sorrows, right? Oh, here, look what it say. But thou, talking to you, but thou, O man or woman of Yah, flee these things and follow after righteousness, Yahliness, faith, love, patience, and meekness. Look what it say. Fight the good fight of faith and lay hold onto eternal life. Look, the word used terminologies like fight because it's a war. It really is, right? Welcome to the Terror Dome. It's a war going on, right? Listen. And you got to fight the good fight of faith. We have this evil nature that has an agenda. If you're normal, you have an agenda. Your flesh has an agenda, and it's self-serving. It's to please itself. Welcome to humanity. And in order for you to have faith in Yah, right? Because faith without works is dead. To work the word, to obey the word, you have to fight. And you're fighting against you. Your agenda that you had before the gospel came. We all had a worldly agenda. We all had worldly game, a way of maneuvering that didn't come from Yah. It came from our natural born wickedness. Gospel came and exposed that natural born wickedness. We was born in sin, y'all, and shaped in iniquity. When the gospel came, it exposed it. It exposed our evil nature. Right? He that is suffering in the flesh has ceased from sin. So now we got to suffer in the flesh in order to have faith in Yah. And having faith in Yah is to obey what he say. Faith without works is dead. He's the word. To have faith in the word is to obey the word. You got to fight to do that. Because prior to that, we was reading what money does is feed our evil desires, whatever you want to do. You trying to get it. You trying to make it. You want to swing on a pole on the Titanic. You know they had a pole, I'm sure, on the Titanic. Did they? Y'all think so? Y'all think they was twerking on the Titanic? They kept playing the music after the Titanic hit the iceberg. It was sinking. The band kept playing. In the movie I saw, the band kept playing to pacify the people. When the gospel come, you realize that you're on the Titanic and it's sinking, and it's telling you to save yourself from this untoward generation. Prior, he was putting it in order, and the 8th verse was telling you, be satisfied the fact that the Most High is taking care of you, because there's a work to be done, and you can't pursue a worldly agenda in his at the same time. You can't serve two masters. You can't serve Yah and money. And money represents the ability to do you, to go in floss mode. We shouldn't be in floss mode. We should be up under our boss mode. We should be following the Most High. We should be about his business, right? So we got to fight the good fight of faith. Now look what happens. When you fight the good fight of faith, you end up on autopilot. I was speaking with those on the line doing prayer this morning, right? And I was talking about how, one could get up, say, and I'm just using anything, right? But one can get up to go feed, right? Say the Most High laid on your heart to start feeding. Well, a carnal believer gets up, every day and feed themselves. And when they go to the grocery store, they're buying food for themselves, right? So they spend their money, they work for their money, they spend their money on groceries enough to feed them and or their family. And so they cook for their family, themselves and their family. So when they wake up, that's the first thing they're looking for, is to feed themselves and their family. Well, the Most High laid on your heart to feed the multitudes. So one, I'll say Sunday, you get up and you spend your money to go feed the multitude, right? Well, they feel pretty good about themselves, because then they revert right back after that and start feeding themselves, because their real agenda is themselves, right? And every now and then they'll do something for the Most High and feel pretty good about it, right? If while they're going to go feed the multitude as opposed to themselves and their family, they get a flat tire, then the likelihood of them saying, "Oh, forget it, I'm not going to go feed the multitude, I got a flat tire," it's an inconvenience. It's opposition. Had I just been feeding myself and my family, I wouldn't have been going to Costco anyway. I'd have went to Safeway. I would have went to Trader Joe's. So I quit. Now, mind you, if we get a flat tire feeding ourselves and our family, we're going to get the tire fixed and still go to the store and feed ourselves, because that's self-serving. That's a fleshly, carnal person, right? When opposition comes for you to do a work for the Most High. But this is my point, right? When you fight the good fight of faith, is, okay, I'm not only doing it on Sundays. I love the Most High so much that I would get up in the morning, feed myself and my family, and then go feed the multitude. I can get so caught up in the things of the Most High that the first thing on my mind is to feed the multitude. I'll eat when I get back, after I finish doing my Father's bidding. My mind begin to change into first seeking the kingdom of Yah and his righteousness, knowing that all this other stuff, he going to feed me and mine. He going to take care of me and mine. In fact, I'm training the family up in the way they should go. They're coming with me to feed the multitude. We'll eat after. Because we've ate, verse 6 and 8, having food and raiment, let us be there with content. It's not the me show anymore. You now learn how to go on autopilot. You heard terms like purpose-driven life. Yeah, you can automatically start walking in the call that's on your life. When you first start, you're kind of carnal. It's a struggle to continue to pray daily, to preach daily, to teach daily, to feed daily, to go to be counseling and having a marriage ministry where you're every day dealing with people in their marriages and finding conferences and books and doing whatever it takes to help the family structure. You might do it every now and then when you're carnal. But as you grow in the things of the Most High, you go on autopilot. You're living a purpose-driven life, and now you belong to the Most High, and you're walking in the call, knowing that all things work together for the good to them that love Yah, and is called according to his purpose. He has a purpose. So you fight. Look what happens. When you fight, it's a fight. It's a fight to buffet your flesh, bring it into subjection to where you blessed when you go on autopilot, y'all. Where you automatically doing the things of the Most High. When you get your money, you're not just thinking about the me show. Oh, we're going to Disneyland again. You're thinking about the things of Yah. When you feed the multitudes, you spending your money. You spending your time. You used to drive a Porsche. You traded the Porsche in for a van because now you're not into just feeding you. You need a van to carry the food because you're feeding the multitudes. The money that you would have got, that you would have spent from your check on new rims on your Porsche. You traded the Porsche in for a van because now your money goes on gas as opposed to rims, as opposed to a new paint job. Because now you work for the Most High and you're not walking in selfishness. You're walking in selflessness on autopilot. Fight. It was a fight. You had to fight to switch agendas, to switch from your carnal, natural agenda, living to please oneself. You trying to park 8 cars in front of your house, of which 3 of them should have belonged to the people that work with you. Or 4 of them, or 5 of them, 8 cars, maybe 7 of them belong to other people, and 1 should have been yours. But when you after money, you like to floss. You done went and gave away. You seem like a nice person to your inner circle, right? You gave away stuff, gave away money, gave away trips, gave away clothes. You're known as a good person, right? You gave away stuff that should have went to your business partners. But you robbed them, shortchanged them so you can go in floss mode. So you didn't even use what you robbed them of. That's why he said, having food and raiment, let us be there with content. Because you can only eat your plate worth. You had enough money, you spread the whole table looking like a boss. And those meals that's in the room that people are eating for free on your floss mode belong to the people that labored with you. It's the truth anyhow, because you're a crook. Because the love of money is the root of all evil. But when you fight the good fight of faith, the switch of agendas from your wickedness, self-serving, and learn to walk in selflessness, you lay hold onto eternal life. And laying hold onto eternal life, you actually apprehended what apprehended you. That was Paul's desire. I want to apprehend what apprehended me. I'm fighting the good fight of faith. I'm fighting the good fight of faith. I'm fighting to obey His word. I am fighting to walk in the call that's on my life. And it's a war. But I can buff it and beat my flesh and keep it under subjection to the point that when I open my eyes, I'm about my Father's business. So if opposition comes, it's a deterrent for me to throw in the towel. It's not a deterrent for me to stop the mission. It's not a deterrent for me to stop preaching and teaching and giving and loving, fasting and praying. I'm on autopilot, baby. Lay hold on to eternal life. Because the word is our very eternal life. You notice how Adam went against the word and he lost his eternal life. As soon as he went against the word, death came. Robbed him of what he had. Life. He got robbed. Or he got recompensed. He got paid. He got his check for going against the word. Well, the word came down 42 generations and was found fashioned as a man. Giving us the title. Giving us a shot at the title. To have the word, which is our very eternal life. And we need to fight the good fight of faith to hold on to it. Regardless of our carnal nature. In direct contrast to our humanism, our human nature. We don't live by our human nature no more. I'm not trying to get over on you. I'm not trying to hustle you. Money is not my Elohim. The Most High is my Elohim. How I govern myself. I'm going to do what's right. I'm going to do what's right by you. I'm going to do what's right in the eyesight of Yah and man. I don't obey man, nor their carnal nature. Don't get it twisted. But I'm going to do what's right. They have to admit it's right. They whine about it. I'm not agreeing with perversion. Don't get it twisted. I'm going to do what's right by Yah and man. You know that stuff is sick, don't you? You know it's perverse. Did you know the sexual practices that they legalized now used to be known as a sickness just some years ago? It was rendered, because it is. It's a sickness. It's just that the devil is in the process of calling evil good and good evil. When you stand for what's right, y'all know what's right. They training up our babies in school not to know the difference between right and wrong, male and female. They jacking them all the heck up, right up under the believer's nose, because we so religious and so twisted that we're afraid to stand up for truth. I'm going to stand up for truth. You ain't got to be my friend. I'm going to be your friend. No, I like you. That's why I'm going to tell you the truth. It's perversion. You're sick. Something wrong. It's something wrong with that picture. It ain't cool. It goes against Yah. It goes against nature. And we got to do what's right in the eyesight of Yah and man. I'm going to walk in the spirit of love. Faith are the wounds of a friend. We tell the truth and walk in truth. Period. What's going on is the Greek Roman sickness is back. There ain't nothing new under the sun. This has happened before. Yeah. The level of Sodom and Gomorrah, the wickedness in Sodom and Gomorrah was so perverted that all the men in the city came to check out the angels. They wanted to know them. They didn't want no girl. He said, take the girl. No. We don't want no woman. We want bruh in there. The level of perversion that we're dealing with now, you got to fight the good fight of faith. In order to hold on to what's right in these last and evil days, you got to be willing to look like the bad guy. Fight. You got to fight. It's a war. Fight the good fight of faith, right? And lay hold on to eternal life. Then you're going autopilot. I'm standing with Yah. Period. I belong to him. Don't have a form of godliness denying the power thereof, being religious. I don't want likes like that. You ain't got to like my page. You ain't got to like my message. If you don't like Yah, you're not going to like my page. You're not going to like my message. Because the word is against you. But the word calls his children out of the darkness into the marvelous light. There's somebody that's going to stand with the Most High. And the gospel is death, burial, and resurrection. And we got to reckon ourselves to be dead. Dead to sin. And alive unto Yah. And you got to fight to do it. You got to fight the good fight of faith. You got to fight to tell the truth. Preach the truth, to study, to show yourself approved. You got to fight to take your resources and work for Yah. That's what it's all about. You can tell if a person, you can tell who love Yah